Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn top left side is Yellow Roost, we have Beasty. Spawn bottom right side is the blue Sengoku Daimyo. We got real Starflark, allegedly. Either way, when it comes to the map generation, small gold deposit front for blue, which is not great. While yellow's small gold deposit spawn behind there with another small gold deposit near here. Another two small here and a large one here, so that's pretty close by. Yellow's all on this side as well, particularly right here. Got a food cart to pull in the field. We got a 7 deer deposit here, plenty of small deer deposits and berry deposits here, so there's going to be plenty of spots for these food carts. I call them food carts because that just looks like a food cart to me. I've seen anime before. That definitely looks like a food cart. That you put your head behind the flaps and sit down to eat some sort of bowl of food. Got a good number of sheeple here. Roost players, of course, just getting up gold from all the hides, and not to mention some honey cabins here. Oh yeah, in the last patch, the honey cabin got a slight buff. They cost now 75 wood rather than 100 wood, which is something been needed a long time ago, in my opinion. One thing you could see another way possible buffing the hunting cabin is because it is a hunting cabin. Maybe support 5 population to go along with it. That's on eco phase. Golden Gate is being built. Yellow or blue is going to build a late age up. Go for either the Rokon or the Dakota Township. Dakota Township now being deployed in the field. That's the... I forget, Shinobi's still the same as Japan, right? Actually, no, it gives you it gives you some abilities to actually cast, not spawn Shinobi. So it's very different. So you get access to the Shinobi ambush, target near stealth force. I'm guessing this means the shrubs. Or one of your buildings summon a group of Shinobi with the something grenades increase damage taken by 40% and slow enemies by 25% for 30 seconds. Shinobi will escape after 45 seconds or if they use 3 of the grenades. So they are limited time cast. Or you get the entire radius for 20 seconds. Nice and simple. The other landmark may be a little better. We've got the temple. Can't see the other landmark now. Wooden fortress now being established here to improve the wood drop off. Well, the damage increase taken by 40% is very significant. So that could be a game changer. Professional scouts now be researched by the Roost player. Playing delicious piece of venison in the middle of the map. We got the Yachty here. It does get maxed out by Pumbaa. 60 food per minute is the max. Oh, yellow has a good number of scouts here. So blue sees all the scouts. He's probably has good ideas going for professional scouts. Got a stable there, going for some Yari cavalry. Trying to engage these scouts. Scout will be going on down. Survival techniques now being reached by yellow. Probably a good time to start grabbing all the venison. Even if he grabs all the venison here, Pumbaa does max out the Yachty cart. Yachty. There's a Shinobi. You can see they do actually 2 siege damage. Not much. Attack speed's very slow. And they get 3 grenades before they go away. Did slow them down and increase damage taken. Looks like the effect doesn't really last very long. I forgot that Hunting Bounty used to be an ability that's sort of displayed on everything. But in this case, it probably can be removed from certain units, like the Scout. Yari Cavalry course does 9 damage, same damage as a Horseman. Attack speed slightly faster than the Horseman, and does also get +2 damage versus Cavalry, so very nice for Scouts. Not sure that makes a big impact due to the health regen inherently from Scouts. Good pile of venison there. More Yari Cavalry being deployed on the field. He could counter with some early Horsemen, or his own Scouts, or Horsemen. Yari Cavalry are slightly more expensive, costing 145, as well as a Horseman just 120. We do now have the wheelbarrow now being researched by Yellow. Big pile of gold there. Got the high trade house being pulled in the field. Maybe there may be a little better, but a bit more exposed. Here could have been even better, of course, a bit more exposed. This one, it's not really skimming through that forest all too well, so may not provide too much gold. Scouts trying to escape. There is an opening there. Scout is down, not big surprise. The Sengoku Daimyo is relatively close of aging up. Does have one of these clan buildings. Gives for level 1 provides all cavalry plus 5% health. Very nice. Takeda Estate, that's what it is. Upgrades you eventually get is cavalry get 10% increased move speed, very nice. Increase Yari anti-cavalry damage by 2, while to pierce the heavy cavalry armor a little better. And equip Mounted Samurai with Lord.agion, a long sword that deals +4 damage versus infantry, usually available to regular Japanese samurai. Castle Turret is a very good upgrade. I think the Castle Turret is actually a better upgrade in total than a Spring Gold replacement when it's fully garrisoned. Blue's now aging up to the Sake Brewery. Provides an excellent amount of gold generation. I noticed as well you can still get access to the Temple of Tranquility. Does that allow you to get more Zen monks to provide more gold generation? And the Sohi Sutra, or is it different? I haven't really looked at it though. As I think Sake Brewery, I think Sake Brewery's the mats it provides for gold collection. They collect up really quickly. I think they're actually bugged, and people don't really notice all too much. They collect like twice, if not 3 times faster than a farm. And I think they should be equal. I think why it increases so quickly is because they don't dance around on the mat like the villager does on a farm. Blacksmith now being established. And got the cavalry movement speed. Horse archers being employed in the field. Against Yari cavalry? That's probably not a good idea. They probably get even faster. Oh, got the shinobi there throwing some grenades. Does take one of them out. They have 40 health, which is not great. Looks like their projectiles do track pretty good. 5-hour range, not bad. Now here comes increased movement speed. Yeah, I don't think the horse archers are going to be a good call versus Yari cavalry. Now these Yari cavalry move as fast as human riders. In other words, extremely fast. Warrior monk picked up a relic. Don't know if horse archers do cost wood rather than gold, which is very nice, which does combos quite well with the wooden fortress wood drop off. +1 range damage now for the horse archers. I say it's a good idea for Sengoku Daimyo player, just go continue getting Yari cavalry. He does have some mounted archers on the field. Yori Cavalry about to get veteran. Now the veteran have 4 range armor, can get up to 5 this age. Horse archers used to have the same damage output as... Actually, I think they did get nerfed because they used to have to follow the crossbow damage before the crossbow got slightly nerfed. But it looks like horse archers got even less damage now. But they had 12 base damage, not 10. Oh, there goes that monk. Got a Daimyo here. Your normal horse archers, they at least have good damage saturation. Yari Cavalry picking up more of these scouts. And the Yari Cavalry are coming out one at a time. Or 2 at a time, I should say. Got this Shinobi here, throwing out more of the smoke grenades. They do move pretty quick. Musavati warrior speed. Mountain Samurai are right now moving very quickly as well. Things have +10 move speed, so the horse archers can be pursued to the ends of the earth, located right there. I think I just saw a Shinobi get a grenade off as well. Warrior monks being engaged. Could do a Wololo here. Warrior monk could also heal up this warrior monk. Probably should. Nice thing about horse archers, at least the high base damage means they can pierce armor a little bit better than regular archers. Distractionary Wololo. Veteran Spearman, Forestry, Range Armor. Eco Iki Monk going down. But yeah, if you just look at here, look how quickly this gold goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Compared to this farms here. 9, 10, 11, 12. All twice as fast. We now have Boyar's 42 gaining +25 health, which is greater than the +10% or 5% health his opponent's receiving. Got the Yumi Archer research. Scout is down, not a big surprise. More horse archers here. They could really use Gallop, but right now you need age 4 for that. Oh, smoke, Shinobi ambush. These Shinobi have been far more effective. I suppose the counterpart to the other landmark you could have gotten was would give units a basic health regen when out of combat. So the Shinobi provide a bit more benefit now thinking about it. And he's making great use of it. Far better than I expected. Bruce Player's now at max out trade bounty, very nice. He's also ran out of deer there, going for some berries. But needs to start eyeing to get out some. Needs to probably start eyeing to get out some farms, but he will need a lot more wood for that. He's out of wood right now. Got some spearmen here. I still hate the fact that this veteran spearman upgrade gives them axes, which they stab their opponents with. I really hate that. The Roost Militia was already bad enough with how they use those axes, and now the spearmen, I still complain about that. I find my complaints justified. Number of Yumi archers on the field. Still just got one Takeda clan one. Claim up 4 down south. Hockey Cart is going for shorefish now. Needs to reposition to over here to have 2 shorefish, but looks like Kumba has been obtained at one point in time. The cart has 0 range armor. It's a food cart. Of course it's going to have armor. This player is maintaining good gold income. There's more shinobi. Seems like even more shinobi. 6 shinobi. Does it get better for age? And these grenades are hurting him pretty bad. Slowing down the entire formation. They didn't even say slow down formation for some of these guys. And not to mention making them take more damage. Those grenades have been far more effective than I thought. I'm staying connected. That is far more effective than I expected. Let's play. This version of Code of Township is probably better than the regular Japanese version, honestly. Except these horsemen there. I do have now Yati Farm Gatherers. Let's see. Yati collect food from nearby farm fields, which each farm provide +4 food per minute. Increase the maximum rate up to 80 food per minute. Not bad. And that's how they get their improved food income. It's by the food carts. +1 damage to Yumi Ashigaru is very nice. He has one of the Oda clan. Which also increased the health by a small amount. They already had a small amount of health, so they get also a slightly more small amount. Roost player is showing out the 40 spearmen, but the Yumi archers are going to be a good counter to that. Not too many horses on the field anymore. Going for another crossbowman. Right now the Sengoku Daimyo player has only 8 yard cavalry and 20 mounted samurai. With 21 Yumi archers. They'll be back on off. Spearmen now engaged in the cavalry, getting some good hits there. Stabbing with them with axes. Couple spring gold replacements somewhere. Here for 1. Down south. Horsemen engaging a farmhouse, being picked off by the outpost there. Being upgraded to a spring gold. The Roost player does have every single relic, which is very nice. Did not see that aspect, but that is one of the advantages the Roost player has alone. Right now, his opponent has a larger military size in the field. Spearmen and man-at-arms charging before. Man-at-arms probably generally good idea. Generally very good idea at the moment. Yumi archers up to 9 damage, the same as regular archers. They have less health than the regular archers, though. Archers have the same health as crossmen in this age, so 80. So they're almost full regular archers this moment with the clan building. Level 3 wheelbarrow. Yati cart here. Not maxed on food, but good enough for now. Like I said before, this one go to two fishy deposits. Another one there. We could also get some berries. You can make a bit more use of those Yati carts. I'm pretty sure there's no cap on them, right? Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any cap. Though, apparently... I have, here we go. Switch between players. This player has almost 2,000 gold, plenty to age on up. Going for a large number of these farms now. Don't like the saturation right there, but there's some berries over here. I can collect up more berries here. Maybe he's going. He's consuming his food. He's not planning to age up anytime soon. Against a good number of cavalry. High tower provides a lot more capabilities on the map, but the Spritskaya tower is a good defensive structure if he does need it. Daimyo player is actually pretty close to aging up as well. Actually, he's closer to aging up than the Roost player, since Roost has just too much gold. Well, this Daimyo player has enough gold and getting enough food. We do have some of the Tangoshima Arshigarus. They're classified as ranged gunpowder infantry, not as light nor heavy, since they are effectively the crossbowman variant. So you gotta shoot them normally like an archer, like you do with a crossbowman. Sword Hunt statue being researched, which provides Daimyo's cost reduced by 50%, increasing Daimyo's aura attack speed bonus to plus 20%, and level 3 Daimyo estates will now spawn the levies 100% faster. The other one was Castle Crow, which actually reduced the cost of reducing castles by 30%. Siege units nearby castles get plus 10% damage, 1 tile range. So yeah, Sword Hunt statue seems a lot more capable. Castle Crow for regular Japanese provides actually quite a bit of economic aspects if you don't want to go for gunpowder. Spring Golem placing here. Archers engaging. More of the Tangoshima Arshigarus. They have very slow attack speed compared to crossbow. They hit harder, slower, and a bit more expensive. Got the regular knight upgrade. Blue got a pretty good surround on Yellow's forces, completely surrounded, and I think Yellow's force has been completely wiped out. Does have the Saint's Blessing on the field. Like it's completely surrounded, and now Blue's also aged on up. Maybe get some of these guys some medics. I just wish he had gone for the other landmark for age 2. Elite mounted samurai being researched. Bruce player upon his age and up probably should eye for the fortress rather than go for the high tower, even though that has a lot of capabilities. He probably needs the defense. Bruce player can now age on up, going for high armory, not high tower. Keeper here for defense, but they're keeping the gold deposit. This gold deposit can still be claimed as well. Blue could try stealing some of that. Blue's going to take some of this stuff here. Huh. Perfect spot, right? The walls are going down. Elite mounted samurai. No elite archers just yet. They're being researched now. One clan building each. Barring the melee one, the Zelda one. Fortified outposts going down. Yellow has some forces here. Golden Gate has one charge, soon to be 2. Making good constant use of that. Maybe buy some food with that, because right now he does need some resources. Particularly food. Going for some Streltsy. And it looks like the monster will be cracked open, dropping the relics. Those horsemen now engage some enemy archers or bypassing them. Blue's falling back through the gate. Keyword through it. Now Samurai trying to find these villagers to collect up berries. Yellow's trying to rebuild his army, going for a good number of Streltsy. Enemy archers would be good counter to them. Elite Horseman now, or Elite Yari Cavalry being researched by the Sengoku Daimyo player. None of these units are quite wounded. Yari Cavalry pushing way forward. Got it. Oh, grabs a relic and runs. Very nice. Though that monk is almost down. Looks like it's gonna get impaled. May want to roll low. Looks like no more monks on the field. So that relic is safe enough for now. Going for Tithe Barn, very nice. 5 relics, even 4 relics, that's going to be very useful. This probably has enough stone for another keep. I can understand not trying to deploy a keep around a stone deposit because using that same stone deposit to get a keep. Do not have the siege crew training. This one has gone for health. No cavalry, just got level 2 estate. That's Shinobi. There's Takeda clan estate. Giving him plus 10% health. Next one is Deflection. Next upgrade is plus 2 anti-cavalry damage, which could be healed. Yeah, against the elite horseman, definitely could be a good idea. Collecting up wood there, trying to keep them not from being idle. Spearman's heading over here. Who's heading more south? Takeda Clan level 3, going for the Mounted Samurai Odachi. Mounted Samurai do get stabbed to death by axes. And not cleaved. Clearly stabbed. You got a good number of villagers there. Looks actually only has 76 villagers versus 110. He's also not a maximum population at the moment. These knights or mounted samurai push forward. Got a keep here. Couple Chelsea now firing away, a bit more than a couple. Good number of crossbow mixed on in. Another this player does have 12 crossbowmen going for the Mangonel research. Oh, Shinobi there. Looks like now there's 8 Shinobi this age. Just causing issues. Horsemen heading down south, trying to engage these villagers. Huh, does, I guess, new cavalry gets deflection, old cavalry do not get deflection. That's interesting. Got a university here. Probably should go for biology relatively soon. Number of Daimyo here. They offer a good amount of damage. Oda clan. Daimyo's actually pretty cheap. I suppose the biggest problem is you only have 3 of those structures, and trying to build another one to get cheap Daimyo it costs like another 2,000 resources, particularly 1,000 more stone. That's why you don't see mass Daimyo. Probably a good idea to still really crank them out though. You should also have some levies starting to be generated as well. If we switch over to him. Oh, not that's the wrong type of Daimyo either way. I clicked on. Oh well. You see here. Let's see. It was about once every 60 seconds you get a free Yari Cavalry and Mounted Samurai. They cost both one charge, so it's probably better to go for Mounted Samurai almost every single time. I don't see... Even if your opponent has units to counter heavy units, it was still probably better go for the Mounted Samurai over the of Yari Cavalry just because they're just that higher quality. So that looks like a no-duh option. Outposts being set ablaze. Yellow's pushing forward with a decent force here. Blue's not going for biology. Yellow's biology is almost complete. Elite Knights and clean pole axes being researched, which is some of the best cav in the game. +4 damage is very nice. But basically, the Elite Samurai have the same upgrade, but just only affects infantry. Here comes an ambush. Magano cleaves through the Yumi archers. Gets another hit there. Knocks out another line of Yumi archers. Yellow's force once again gets surrounded. Blue has a much higher destroyed value. These full surrounds have been quite devastating. Roughly 10 more horsemen, 10 more Streltsy. Siege workshop, siege workshop, siege workshop. See, Yellow has every single relic. Yellow has 1800 gold per minute. Still has 8,000 gold. Okay, so he does not need traders at this moment. He's low on gold, plenty of wood and food, though not a massive stockpile at this moment. This one has a decent stockpile of resources as well. The Roost player has nearly 2,000 stone. So you can go for 2 keeps right now. Villagers getting hit now. Got these forces heading down south, trying to torch down the outpost. These villagers getting hit as well. Got the Yati here, cooking up all the delicious sushi. I have a really stupid question. I'm assuming Japan has rivers, right? Yeah, Japan must have rivers. Sorry, I just thought of the, like, Japan. Does Japan have freshwater fish? Do they have rivers? Why am I even thinking that as a question? I know I didn't get much sleep last night, but still. Japan is, people call it a small island nation, and compared to the United States, yes. But versus other countries, it's not small. It can, I think it can generally reach from Maine to Florida in size, roughly. It's thin, but it has a decent amount of land mass actually to it. It's not small. Japan's not small. It's thin, it's lean, but not small. Plus, it's like one of, like, what, 15 countries in the world that has over 100 million population? I'm always surprised by that aspect. Cart does go down. Now, if you want to talk about small countries, Portugal. Portugal is the size of Tennessee. Does take some good hits there. Over here, we do have this outpost getting torched down. Do have this town center far away, fully garrisoned. Do now have the mounted train, so he is going to perhaps eye for some horse archers in the near future. This is when they get some pretty good range. He also is going for serpentine gunpowder. He will still need incendiary arrows and silk bowstring to go along with it. But horse archers can get pretty good range with gallop. His opponent is going for a heavy number of spearmen and Yumi archers, not to mention the Ashigarus. So the extra range will help them out. How is the high trade house? How much gold is providing? 140. Yeah, that was not a great high gold trade house overall. Does find the fortress here, and thanks to biology and Boyar's Fortitude, is able to resist the rockets. At least one of them. The cavalry gets picked on off there. Horsemen taking out a number of villagers. Blues down to 80 villagers. Good number of bombards pushing the way forward. Good number of heavy cavalry exporting them. Bruce players at maximum population has a good amount of villagers, but has a much smaller opponent's military force. His opponent has a much larger force, but right now has about 30,500 income versus nearly 7,000 income. The Bruce player has an economy. The Sengoku Daimyo player doesn't really have a massive economy at the moment. Sitting around 1,300 or 1,350 to 4,000. Bruce player has economy, and not to mention Schultzy are discounted hand cannon meter. Schultzy now firing away, a little bit surrounded. There's been a lot of mass surrounds of Yellow's forces, but this is probably the best time for defense. Unable to get the Warrior Monk to engage, provide Saint's Blessing to everybody, but looks like this time they circle the wagon, but there's no wagon circle there. The defense formation actually did pan out due to the high DPS of the Schultzy. They were able to get even the placement static deployment there for plus 30% firepower to go along with it. Still bowstring not being researched. Bruce player is actually starting to get a bit more of a grasp on the green. He always felt like he was on the back foot this entire game. Or whenever he does try to push forward, he gets crushed. Sengoku Daimyo player is out of wood, has a decent amount of food and good supply of gold. More spearmans here. Bruce Knights push way forward. He has a good gold supply. He's also running low on food and wood. The Roost Knights are some of the best knights in the entire game. Right now they're doing 36 damage per strike. Let's see if we can't find any mounted samurai to compare it to at this moment. Mounted samurai returns to 33, which they do get plus 4 with infantry. We can't get plus 1, so let's just round up to 34. Rooster right, nice right now have 369 HP. Mounted Samurai for comparison has 371 plus the fell action, so they're pretty equal at the moment, honestly, the more I look at it. They do have much higher movement speed due to their other upgrades. But Roost Knights are a proper contender. The Mountain Samurai are a little bit more... Nope, they're actually equal. So right now, I think the Roost Knights and the Sengoku Daimyo's Mountain Samurai are actually somewhat equal. Deflection's a big difference between the two. But there's a lot of things that could take that out beforehand. But the big part is the fact that it's the Streltsy. Streltsy are one of the main lines of the Roost army. They're a hand cannoneer slightly better with just cost 25% less. This is what makes Roost late game so powerful. It's just the Streltsy. 25% discount is massive. You also have this, looks like the Sengoku Daimyo player has in fact resigned. This is Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.